My opinion, Dark type is one of the most spammable typings in the game. What's going on, my fellow? It's your boy DyeItTight here with another tier list Tuesday. We've got a tier list Tuesday coming your way. This one is the Dark type. Again, like I said in the intro, I think it's one of the most spammable offensive types. You've got knockoff, which is one of the best moves ever. When in doubt, you just always throw knockoff on something. Sucker punch for priority. Something like Urshifu's Wicked Blow. You've got a bunch of just random moves that do really well. So I'm super excited to get into this tier list. But before we begin, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Check out the Discord down below. Yeah, let's get into it. The Pokemon that we are not ranking are already split here. We've got the Baby Not Usables and the G-Max. Also, before we begin, just want to tell you guys this is for Draft League only and no Terra allowed. Let's go. First up, we've got Alolan Raticate. F tier. We're starting off strong. Usually the Gen 1 Pokemon do not hold up. Alright, so after that, I forgot Vullaby there. Okay, God, I did bad. Alright, next up we've got Alolan Persian, which I'm going to put in D tier. Parting Shot's nice. It's got Fluffy, so we can take a couple hits. There's random Nasty Plot sets that'll do well. I think it's in a better tier than Alolan Raticate. Next up, we've got Alolan Muck, who I'm going to put in C tier. Poison Dark is a fine defensive typing. It's a toxic spike absorber. Yeah, I think Alolan Muck's fine. It got a really big nerf losing the berries. Berries used to be 50%. Now they're 33. So if that thing could still have those 50% berries, I think it'd be way better. Next up, we've got Mega Gyarados. And we're just going to keep climbing the ladder. I'm going to put this in B tier. It is really strong. It can get a couple setups with it gets a free DD sometimes with Intimidate, or it gets a free boost with Moxie before you Mega. So I like Mega Gyarados a lot. Its Mold Breaker helps break through unaware Pokemon, Water Absorb Pokemon, Storm Drain, all of that. Next, we've got Galarian Moltres, and I'm going to put this one in B tier as well. Very strong on the special offense and special defense side. It doesn't get Roost, which is unfortunate, but once it falls under 50%, it gets a +1 special attack boost with its Berserk mode, which makes it really strong. I commonly see a lot of weakness policy agility sets, which makes it go really good. I like Galarian Moltres. We're gonna put it there. Next up, we've got Umbreon, which also fell off pretty hard. It's not as bulky. The meta has crept up to it, but I'm gonna put it at the top of C. I'd definitely take it over. Oh, I think I'm taking Alolan Muck over it. I'm gonna put it below Alolan Muck. Wish Passing is nice. I think it still gets Toxic Foul Play, but it's just not as. It used to be like a staple of stall and draft, and I just don't think he can do that anymore. After that, we've got Hisuian Quillfish, who is one of my favorite Dark types to get. It just is nice. Like Barbarage is cool for it. Intimidate is nice. It getting spikes, T-spikes. Honestly, I'm taking it over Umbreon. Yeah, I'm putting it there. Next up, we've got Sneasel, which I'm going to put top of D. It's fast. You don't want to switch into either of its stabs. It can hit really hard. Swords Dance is cool, but it's just a Sneasel at the end of the day. Up next, we've got Houndoom, which I'm going to put in F. Not very good. And then we've got Mega Houndoom. I guess I'm taking it over Umbreon. Yes, naturally, I take it over Hisuian Quillfish too. It just does a different thing, but the offensive firepower is just way better. So I'm taking Mega Houndoom. Next up, we've got the T-Tars. Regular T-Tar, I'm going to put in B. I'll probably put it over Mega Gyarados, and Mega T-Tar, I'm going to put under Mega Gyarados. So I think they basically do the same thing, T-Tar and Mega T-Tar, where I think regular T-Tar does better is its item slot. Its item slot makes it way more valuable. You can run Smooth Rock for longer sand turns. You can run a Resist Berry. You can run a Weakness Policy. You can run Leftovers. You can do a multitude of things that Mega T-Tar won't allow it to do. Yep, that's how we'll do that. Next up, we've got Mightyena. Guess I'd take it over Eradicate, maybe over Houndoom. These are some of the bottom of the barrel. Speaking of bottom of the barrel, we've got F tier Shiftry. That's just how it is. Yep. Up next, we've got Sableye, and out of respect for Sableye, I'm putting it in D tier. I think, on paper, it's probably a worse Pokemon than Shiftry. But I think the utility it brings of being a disruptor, I actually might take it over. I'm gonna put it to the top of D. I think you might want to take Alolan Persian or a Sneasel more. But I think where Sableye fits in is having the ability to have those fast Encores, those fast T-Waves. I think it's just a sleeper pick. So I'm going to put Sableye up there. After that, we've got Mega Sableye. I'm going to put that at the top of C. Yeah, Magic Bounce is cool. It gets Foul Play, Calm Mind, Recover. It is an annoying Pokemon, and it used to just run the generational stall, but it's lost that a little bit. Then we've got regular Sharpedo, and these Pokemon are not that good. I'm going to put that in F. Oh, I forgot about Scrafty. You can go to. Oh, and Zorua. I swear I put all those Pokemon away. Must have forgotten. Yeah, we're going to put Sharpedo in F. It just does not hit hard at all. The difference between Sharpedo and Mega Sharpedo is definitely the Strong Jaw. Yeah, it's not very good. Mega Sharpedo, on the other hand, it's gonna be the new king of C. It hits really hard. If you guys want to see like what I would do to make these Pokemon better, go ahead and check out one of my videos. I think like 3 weeks ago, it was buffing Mega Pokemon. Yeah, Sharpedo just doesn't hit very hard. It hits hard, but not as hard as you want it to. It's pretty fast, especially with Speed Boost, but it doesn't have the ability to boost its attack. It's not the best. You would want a different Mega. After that, we've got Cacturn. Better than Mightyena with Water Absorb. I don't know. Crawdaunt. Crawdaddy. I'm taking over Umbreon. Yeah, I like this one. We'll definitely do that. It still hits hard. Again, back in the day, this thing used to click Swords Dance and Aqua Jet, and it would scare everything. If this thing got Sucker Punch, this would be a different Pokemon. But yeah, we'll put Crawdaunt there. Next up, we've got regular Absol. Might be one of the worst Pokemon. It can go there. I guess Raticate can hit the bottom. Next up is Mega Absol, which I'm going to put to the top of D. Not very good. Magic Bounce is cool, but like doesn't hit as hard as you need it to. It's very frail. Again, I buffed this Pokemon as well, so go ahead and check out that video. After that, we've got Honchkrow, bottom of D. Better than Shiftry and those guys, but not great. Moxie's cool. It's immune to ground. Yeah, not that good. Next up, we've got Skuntank, who actually, my good friend D-Ray, Grandmaster D-Ray, used Fantastic in BBL. It was like his kill leader. I loved watching him use it. For that, it's going above Crawdaunt. Aftermath is cool for it. Toxic Spikes, Sucker Punch. It has a bunch of utility. I think it still gets Defog. Next up, we have Spiritomb, which is someone I'm taking over Umbreon. It has, again, defensive niche of immune to fighting. It can just stall a bunch of things with Wisp. Again, Foul Play, Calm Mindsets are weird. Put Spiritomb there. And we've got Drapion, who I think is better than Skuntank. I think it's better than Quillfish. I take Mega Houndoom over it. I'll probably take Mega Houndoom over it. Look at all the poison dark types just all in C tier. Is there another one that I ranked? No, look at them all there again. Stunky doesn't count, but yeah, Drapion is cool. Like it's hard to talk about these mid Pokemon in super depth, but that's where I'd put it. Next up, we've got Weavile. Finally breaking out some of the mid. I'm gonna put this in B tier above Mega T-Tar. Weavile, again, used to be one of the strongest Pokemon. I'm actually gonna move T-Tar to A tier. I think this is better. I think this is more better fit. Weavile was one of the better offensive Pokemon. It's lost its touch very severely, but it's still there. Ice Spinner's cool because you don't have to miss. Ice Shard is fine. Swords Dance. I don't think it's as bad as everyone thinks. I just think. Next up, we've got Darkrai, who hasn't made it this far. We might be trying in a league coming up on Saturday. Sorry, not Sunday. So make sure to go peep it, and we'll see how well this is. But I'm gonna put Darkrai at the top of A. It's finally allowed, so I think a lot of people think that it's ass because now it's allowed. So like, it must not be very good. I think they're mistaken. Like Darkrai is still a really good Pokemon. It's like base 135, special attack, base 120 or 125 speed. It's knockoff. Will-O-Wisp, like it gets a bunch of just stupid things that it shouldn't get that just make it solid. I like Darkrai. Next up, we've got Hisuian Samurott, which I'm putting behind Darkrai in A tier, solely based off its move, Ceaseless Edge. I really want to try this Pokemon. It just never falls. Like it never fits for me. Like if I was like pick 7 and it came back to me, I would pick it as a round 2. But like usually always goes by the time I get it. But or I can get it. But Yeah, Ceasel's Edge gaming, being able to set up a spike every time it attacks is game changing. It controls hazards to no other level, and you could say yes, Jay, you can just run boots. Great, run boots. Like if this thing forces you to run boots, you're up. That's what I think a lot of people don't understand. This has turned into a different rant, but like webs, great, go and run boots. That means that you cannot be Scarf, you cannot be Banned, you cannot be Life Orb, you can't be these things because you have to run boots. Samurott forcing that prep makes it a A-tier Pokemon, so like that a lot. Liepard, you're going to the F tier, bottom F tier. Found the worst Pokemon. I don't think there's gonna be a worse Pokemon on this list. I hate that Purloin stands. It's not in this one, but why does Purloin stand in? Good night. I already said your name, and now I'm so angry I forgot. So F tier. Next we got Crocodile. I'm gonna put it at the top of B tier. And I think it's great. I've used it a couple seasons. Owen's used it super well. It's one of Owen's guys. Moxie's great. Intimidate's great. It's got really good abilities. It can run both sides of the ball. It can run defense with Intimidate. It can run offense with Moxie. You can just do a bunch of different things. Knock off one of the most spammable moves. Earthquake is nice for it. I like Crook a lot. Scale Shot sets. Scrafty. Like I said, one of my favorite Pokemon. I like Scrafty a lot. That being said, it's not fantastic. I'm taking it over Skuntank though. Again, it's got some of the best. I think it's got the 3 best ability like combos in the game. Shed Skin, Intimidate, Moxie. There's like 2 or 3 Pokemon that have 3 total abilities better than it in like one Pokemon. I think Reuniclus is one of them with Overcoat, Magic Guard, and Regenerator. Trying to think of another one. I think Sigilif is sneaky. I don't remember its abilities, but I remember that thing has a lot of good abilities. But Scrafty's there. It's one of my goats. After that, we've got Zoroark going in D tier. I'll put it to the top of D tier just because it can be annoying with disguise. It doesn't hit great. I won a championship with it forever ago. So Bisharp. Add row below. I don't know if you guys watched the Steel video, but Bisharp gets its own tier. It sucks. I hate Bisharp. Bisharp is one of the worst Pokemon ever created. Bisharp sucks. Welcome to your tier, buddy. After that, we got Mandibuzz. I'm taking over these guys. I'd probably take Alolan Muck over it. Mandibuzz is still annoying. I once run Bone Rush on it to check an Iron Moth and kill it, which was really cool. Other than that, it's fine. It's a mid Pokemon. That's all it is. Next up, we've got Hydreigon. Put it under Crook, which I feel like people might fight me on, but Nasty Plot's cool. It lost Roost. It's kind of slow. It gets Dragon Dance, but I don't know. I don't see Hydreigon's drafted as much anymore. I think it got Stealth Rock, which is randomly a really cool tool for it to get. I think Stealth Rock makes it just like weirdly cool. I don't know. Next we got Greninja. I'm gonna put this thing in S tier. Am I gonna put this thing in S tier? Let's see. Looking, I see 2 better Pokemon than it, so it's going in S tier. Yeah. I think its abilities of Protean and Battle Bond are fantastic. I really want to use this Pokemon. The ability to Hazard Stack, it's fantastic. The ability to U-turn or take over the game. Now it gets the ability to hit fairies with Gunk Shot and Sludge Wave. It always had Gunk Shot, but now Sludge Wave, so you can hit it specially. This is amazing. It gets Swords Dance. If it got something like Nasty Plot or Calm Mind, this might be the best. Maybe the best Dark type. It might get banned if it got Nasty Plot, actually. It'd be really close. It might be one of the best Pokemon in draft total. It definitely, I think it's like top 5 or 6 in standard, but it might jump to like 1 or 2. Next up, we've got Pangoro. Little fun fact about me, I always draft Pangoro weak teams. So this mon is always terrifying. That being said, top of D, it's not very great. After that, we got Malamar. Who I like. Man, is he bad. Go down there. Superpower contrary sets. Yveltal. I think is probably the best Dark type. Dark Aura is pretty fucking cool. It hits like a bus. We like Yveltal. Next up, we've got Hoopa Unbound. One of the most cursed Pokemon ever. I don't really know its lore, so that was not trying to get deep on a personal level with Hoopa. I'm going to put it under Hydreigon. It is like too good to make cheaper, but too bad for its point value. Like, it is forever like a Pokemon that sometimes gets drafted, but like doesn't do a lot because it costs too much. But if you make it lower, it becomes way too broken. It's typing. It's hard being 4 times weak too. Next up, we've got Incineroar. This is not VGC. VGC watchers, I think Incineroar would be up here if this was your guys' video. Let me know if you want a VGC video from a guy who doesn't play VGC. But Incineroar, us regular folk, fine. It's above Assuming Quillfish. Fake Out, Parting Shot, Intimidate. It's fine. It's not great. Does Lord, top of D. It's just bulky. It's fine. Again, not great. I'm running out of things to say for things. Feeble, never mind. You're the worst Pokemon. You're really bad. It has a really cool ability. Anytime I buff something, I try to give it the Stakeout ability because I think it's cool. It just sucks that Feeble wasn't very good. Grimmsnarl. I'd probably take over Gmolt. Screens is nice. Prankster is great. Prankster Parting Shot. Fairy Dark. The only problem is that it doesn't, as a fairy type, it doesn't resist fighting, so it's not exactly what you want, but I think it's fine. It's one of John's favorite Pokemon. He loves using it. Obstagoon. I was so excited for this Pokemon to come out. I thought this was one of the coolest Pokemon. It's not very good, but I'd take it over Umbreon and Spiritomb. I'd take it over Groudon too. Go there. More Pico. Very bad. Mid D. It rapid spins. Urshifu Single Strike. I'm gonna put below Darkrai. It's fallen off definitely like crazy. Again, this is not Terra included, but in a Terra meta, it gets worse and worse because most of the time this thing can't Terra. So when you're playing against Terra Pokemon, everything runs Fairy to take on your stabs. I just don't think, I think the defense crept up to it, and it's not as fast as you want it to be. It never hits as hard. You usually can just pick it off. So, unfortunately, it's not very good. Zarude. Taking over regular T-Tar, but not over Samurott. Terra, one of the best Pokemon in the standard format, like making, like, obviously if, Terra Darkrai is banned, so, yeah, it hits hard. U-turn's nice. Knockoff, Power Whip, Swords Dance, Drain Punch. It has a bunch of tools. Over Quill. Definitely a B tier Pokemon. There. You can go to the bottom of B. Intim. Double spikes of regular and T spikes. Yeah, I like Over Quill. Next up, we've got Meowscarada. Honestly, this is going to be crazy. I'm putting it up in S tier. I think it's better than Darkrai. I have not used it yet, but this Pokemon always goes early. I think this thing is like, if you don't think it's up in S tier, I think you're sleeping on it. I think the Protean Pokemon are so good. It does the same thing Greninja does. Greninja's better. And it all, like, Greninja has Battle Bond, so it makes it better. But I think Meowscarada is slept on. I think it's a really good Pokemon. Next up, we've got Low Kicks. Not a really good Pokemon, but decent. It's going to go to the top of D. When I don't really know, I just put things to the top of, like, a D or F. After that, we got Mabalstiff. I like its story in the Scarlet and Violet game, so I'm not going to make it the lowest place. I like Bombeardair. I've literally never seen this thing ever drafted, but I'd probably take it over... maybe top of F. Rock Wrecker or whatever its ability is. Rock Payload. I think it's a third stab. I'm never been scared of that. So King Gambit with Terra. One of the best Pokemon here. Way better than Bisharp. It doesn't belong in Bisharp sucks tier, but man is this thing also not very good. I guess I would take it over... I guess it's still fine. It can go up there. It still has Supreme Overlord, which always gives it a chance to just win the game. Like, you can come in with a +5 Supreme Overlord boost, click Swords Dance once, and Sucker Punch just sweeps. Brute Bonnet is very bad. It can go to the bottom of D, because I'm still taking over Bombeardair. I'd probably take it over Honchkrow. Iron Jugulus. Now, when I compared Paradox versus Originals, make sure to check out that video. I said Hydreigon was better, so I cannot rank it higher than Hydreigon. Said it can go to the top of C. No, I'm taking over Overquill. I'm probably not taking over Gmolt though. Iron Jugulus gets Meteor Beam, which is cool. Quark Drive is really nice with it with Booster Energy, but I think Gmolt is better. Wo-Chan, top of D. Welcome. Yeah, that's fine. Qianpao. Going to the second place, I think it is the second best Pokemon here. It is banned in most of Standard. That Ruins of something, Ruins of Tablets, lowers the defense of your opponent. So you just click Crunch, and you're always clicking +1 Crunch because your opponent always has -1 defense. That is fucking broken. Let alone getting up a Swords Dance or just being Choice Banded. You now have +1 with Choice Band, and your opponent's -1 defense. You're just hitting something hard. There's really no resist to it. After that, we've got Tinglu going up in A tier. It's really good. Random weakness policy sets just smoke teams. It is a really good Pokemon. I like. It gets both hazards of rocks and spikes. It can whirlwind out setup sweepers. It can taunt. It can ruination, which takes half the health. Yeah. This thing I can't. Chi-Yu. Strong offensively. I'm putting it under Tinglu. I think Chi-Yu is good. I think it hits hard. I think it just takes you just need a special wall. I think it can take things out way easier, or things can take out Chi-Yu easier. And finally, we've got Roaring Moon. I'm putting above Zarude. It's got booster energy for its attack. It's got Dragon Dance, knockoff, Iron Head. It's not the worst Pokemon ever, but it's definitely not the best. So this is the list. Make sure you guys comment down below what you agree with, what you don't agree with. Let me know why you guys also hate Bisharp. And make sure to comment down below what type that you want to see us do next. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.